is Madden Football on EA Sports.
On the return, here comes Chase Edmonds. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Murray now on first down. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Here's Murray. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Going deep for Hopkins. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. On fourth down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. KJ Hill deep for the Chargers. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. More from L.A. in a moment. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Chandler Jones in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Kirk now, the return man. So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression, jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
And he floats one there, incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and it's 2nd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
He'll get this underneath to Edmonds. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at the 34. He'll hand off here to Eckler. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side with Eckler. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And he will find his man on the outside. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 38-yard line. Again, Herbert. Over the middle, it's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. No score after one on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. Zaven Collins there to make the play defensively. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run here with Eckler. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Herbert. And it's caught, and he'll be out of bounds.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Gabe Neighbors. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Edmonds now to return. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And Eckler will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack. Going to stop him short of the 1st down. Here's Michael Badgley now for the Chargers field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Badgley able to punch this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And they're able to get this one across the 35. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Looking sideline, incomplete. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
Murray throwing complete there to Hopkins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Throwing on first down is Murray. And this will be swung out here for counter. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. Now let's listen in on the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. Throwing on second and long. Murray binds, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, third and long. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Derwin James with a pick.
Well, you can just see this one coming, couldn't you? It's an obvious passing situation, third and long. The defense is going to bring in two more defensive backs and say, you want to throw? Go ahead. We dare you. And there's just no one open anywhere as they come away with the interception.
Herbert's throw into the hands of his receiver, Guyton. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. On first down, Justin Herbert. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Going right side here, and that's complete. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Herbert throwing again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. Stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Gonna throw on third down with Herbert. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Herbert on first down now. And his throw here's incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts. And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the give, this is Eckler. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 4 yards remain for second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
It's Eckler again. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. Herbert has it knocked free. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the 3rd quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they
launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A huge play there for Arizona.
So when's the best time to take the big shots downfield? When you think a defense least expects it, and I think the first play of the 3rd quarter qualifies. They came right out firing. That's how you send a message to start the second half of a game.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. First carry for James Conner.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down now. It's Conner. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Murray now, 3rd and goal. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. Now Murray's got to have this one. Rolling to his left. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. From down near his goal line here, Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Direction. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Murray. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And his throw is incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally, you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Here's Ty Long now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, the return is Kirk. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk, and it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Murray forced out to his left. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
A gain of 12.
Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Eluding the pressure right. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. Throwing now is Murray. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. Murray and company going for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Tackle there by Richard Lawrence. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.